Welcome to Biz Connect, a show sponsored by the online platform bridgeafrica.com, which empowers entrepreneurs to create websites within only a few minutes, to communicate with their customers, and to easily engage in the world of e-commerce for the purpose of expanding their markets and making more money. On each show, we will highlight inspiring stories of entrepreneurs connected on the platform bridgeafrica.com. In the spotlight, we have Enow Manyi, Lydia, a young entrepreneur specializing in cake making and big pastries. We are sure that you will find her story very motivating and quite possibly as a catalyst for you to launch your own endeavor.
Passion is regarded as a determining factor in the perseverance, persistence, and success of young entrepreneurs in creating their projects. Motivated by her great passion for cooking since her childhood, Enow Manyi Lydia decided to pursue her passion by enrolling in a training center where she perfected her skills in modern pastry. Having spent several years specializing in pastry, Enow Manyi Lydia, through her Lady B industry, offers her customers a wide variety of delicacies.
Greetings to everyone. Enow Manyi Lydia Besong, precisely from Manyi. I'm a holder of home economics certificate, food technology. I mean, most of my certificates are based on food, up to the level of masters. So now I'm based into bakery and food processing. That is pastries, cakes. We have snacks. When it comes to snack foods, I'm into that. The name of my business is Lady B Enterprise. I'm in Yaoundé, Meleng precisely, and I'm also in Kumba, Boya Road. I've been into pastries for about 6 to 7 years now because it's something that I studied in school. So for me to keep it in practice or get going, I had to go further to learn, to practice it by myself and also with the help of a mentor in school. What pushed me, or when I derived the passion for pastries, I grew with an aunt who owned a restaurant that we were always there to cook, and she always advised us, like, because she saw my interest and the way I was working, so she advised me to go into it more better, that one day it will be of help to me. So within my own time, when we are done with the restaurant, the leftovers, I will always take them, try to practice at home alone to see what I will come out with. So from there, they encouraged me. They had to look for maybe teachers that will also put me through. I had to follow people behind. If maybe I learned that you are of this field, I had to follow you behind in order to get some knowledge. So from there, I became so acquainted with the pastry stuff, and I was like, I love kitchen, I love cooking, I love playing around with food.
This program is brought to you by the platform bridgeafrica.com that helps businesses in Africa create a digital identity network and expand their impact. We understand that many businesses are isolated, lacking the ability to go beyond physical market barriers. And this is why we are telling their stories and connecting each of them on a website through the bridgeafrica.com platform. We have created a website for Enow Manyi's business that can be accessed at ladybindustries.bridgeafrica.com.
In accordance with baking and frying, because we have frying pastries, there are some that are baked, there are some that are fried. While it comes now to cake, those are different options when it comes to food. So I'm good at all. I can do them all perfectly, but for now, what I go more into is cake, fondant, butter icing, royal icing, because that is what is more demanded. So the other ones comes in depending on the command or their needs. Add your eggs. Journey into this bakery stuff it was not really so difficult because I've been into it, but to a certain extent we know when you go into any business you have some difficulties like the financial difficulties, also at times to even get the equipment. Now when you even have if you have the financial assistance goes to the level where when the demands becomes more and you yourself you don't really have that capital to buy so many of the things, while depending on the clients for them to give in their monies before you purchase and produce or give them what they want was not really an easy task. Also we go to the level of the equipment, the materials or the ingredients. There are times that you go to the market, maybe the prices have fluctuated, maybe they must have increased, especially during this crisis period. You go at times you don't even get them or the price have increased, but just the fact that you want to satisfy your client, you just have to try your best in order to make them be satisfied. But then we also have the aspect where when you employ some people to work with you, since everything we want to do, education counts. If somebody is not really educated and you pick up somebody by the street, struggle to train, the perfection would not be like somebody who is educated in that field. So those are some of the challenges. Then with the present challenges is that there are so many people now that have gone into the bakery stuff, that have gone into cakes. So with that, with the multitude of people that have gone into it, it gives like, I can go to this person and I give the person maybe 10,000 francs, the person will produce me a cake, but that doesn't matter. What matters a lot is everything we take into the system matters a lot. The health, we think of the health. Somebody who is trained in the field for 7 years can never be compared like an employed person that is picked along the road which is not trained in that field or in the domain of food when it comes to food. And they say our health, when we have good health, we have good wealth. So subsequently, anything we take into our system, we should be conscious of it. So with the fact that so many people have entered into it, it gives some level of competition, even though an expert will always remain an expert into the field.
The handicraft sector is one that can generate significant income for the country's economy, notably due to its nature as a flagship attraction for tourists. As such, the government of Cameroon, through the Ministry of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, has thought it wise to maximize the potential of this sector by professionalizing craftsmen and women.
Mimeza has put in place some strategies to bring about this migration of the informal sector to the formal sector. In this light, it began by, since 2014, began by putting in place registers at the level of all the 360 councils of Cameroon, and putting in place offices with council agents in charge of registering these craftspeople. And in this light, craftspeople go to the councils, present themselves as craftspeople, identify where they work, and they are registered according to their various trades. That's the first policy. And those who are registered will finally, with the approval of their divisional delegates, regional delegates, obtain craftspeople cards. The first cards were distributed last year in September 2019, and the procedure will continue this year. And those who comply with this procedure for now are trained in bookkeeping. That is the first thing. They are trained in bookkeeping because one of the aspects of migration is you must know how to keep your books. That is accountancy. You must know how to do it. Then after that, we are moving forward. We are moving forward to see how they can be affiliated to the National Social Insurance Fund, because this is to ensure that if tomorrow they are unable to carry out their activity, they can still continue to have to move along with their life without going through precarity.
With the digital economy, our products can be sold through the internet, through WhatsApp, through maybe flyers, communicates, posters. There are so many ways, or through even the telephone numbers, creating WhatsApp groups and Facebook page that those products can be advertised and marketed. I have a website on bridgeafrica.com, and you can have my products on ladybindustry.bridgeafrica.com, and you can see my website on the tablet.
We hope you enjoyed today's show, where we show you firsthand how you can turn your passion for baking into a profitable business. Follow and order online from Lydia at ladybindustry@bridgeafrica.com. Connectivity is productivity.